I thought this was gonna be cute, but I might regret putting this in my hair. I don't know. Let's get going.
Sorry? Helen, bring me in the dance hall racket.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Megan, your human host. That's what humans say, right? Human host? I don't know, whatever. I'm your host of the Fiberomancer's YouTube channel, where we talk about knitting, crafting, everyday life, what we're doing, just about everything. Is my camera too high? I don't know. It's episode 35, I think. I'll fix the camera while we're talking. It's episode 35. I literally just checked and my brain went, nope. No, we can't have the day. Yep, 35, I was right. And if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hang out while we talk about all the projects that I have worked on this week. I will say, or maybe 2 weeks, I will say back on that Aurora is not feeling good. It's been like crazy. First, Ryden got sick for like a whole week with a stomach bug. It was not fun. He started to get better. Then Aurora started to get sick. Like just started. And then now Ryden's got something else because we've every single weekend been doing something for the month of July, and I'm just ready to just vegetate and be done with people because last weekend we went to my uncle's wedding, which was absolutely loving. That you can tell how much money was spent on food because that food was delicious. And before that was my aunt's 50th. These were two things that I didn't vlog because I was actually like really in the moment, but they were great. And I'll talk about them at the end when we're done talking about acquisitions, projects, whatever I've been working on, because it's been minimal work as all my work and spoons have gone into taking care of my sick kids. And then Lev got sick. And everybody knows a man cold is worse than when both your kids are sick. So when he was home, I was just like, so when I get sick at the end of this week from everybody else being sick, because you know, that's the way it progresses, I'll be here talking to you guys yet again. Anyways, so if you're new here, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit rambly. My name's Megan. I don't know if I said that. I probably did. Anyways, we're gonna talk about what we're working on. And make sure you're following me over on Instagram. We'll put everything, you can find everything down here. There, hands. I've had a lot of coffee this morning. And I should have put notes to actually collect what I've been working on. So, I've missed you all because I love talking to you guys. And I know I sat down and I did like a stash last week. If you guys didn't see that, I've been quilting quite a bit lately. And oh my gosh, there's like 8 giant flies around the chandelier right now. Holy crap. I've been quilting a lot and I went through some of my quilting stash. So if you haven't checked that out, I have a lot of fat quarters. I have more containers. And so I want you to like, if that's something you enjoyed watching, like, let me know so I can finish filming going through a bunch of storage containers of all of my fabric, because I just took 1 container out of like, I want to say like 6 or 7. So there's quite a bit. I don't have anything finished this week to show you. I have almost finished things, but not quite finished things. So if you follow me over on Instagram, which you can find and link, you'll know and see, like I've been saying, I've been quilting. So this is actually almost done. Whoa! Everything just fell off the table as I pulled it. Also, I brought back this chair because my back was hurting and I needed to lean back on it. I am almost done. No, I have completely finished quilting this, which I'll explain more to you later. This is the quilt I've been working on. There's a picture on Instagram if you haven't seen it. I just finished my quilt sandwich, so I have to trim the excess and then make the binding. Let's throw that over there. So the process of making a quilt is you make the quilt top. So you follow a pattern to do whatever quilt top you're doing. You cut out all that, and that's 1 layer of your quilt. Oh, I should grab this again so I can show you. So this is my quilt top, which has all these little charm packs, which are the 5-inch squares you can get. This one was cut at Valley Fabric, so it's a bunch of like really cute kids novelty fabric versus, let's see, I think I have one right here. This isn't an acquisition. They come in packs like this. I love this fabric. I don't know what to do with this one, but they come in packs like this. They're 5-inch squares. It's called a charm pack, or you can just cut fat quarters or any amount of fabric into 5-inch squares, but their special name is a charm pack. So this pattern took one of those and some fabric. I picked, I forget which. This is like the confetti pop. So it's got like all of these little specks are actually gold and metallic. And then the layer under that would be your batting. So I have this cotton batting. It's not too thick, right? It's a little fluffy. And then you pick your back fabric, which I love this, which I should probably, I'll talk about in my acquisitions because I bought, these were technically part of it. And then the binding would be like when you fold it and you roll it. Oh my gosh, I don't have anything contrasty enough to show, but it's just the end to hide that layer and close it all together. So this is my quilt sandwich, I guess. And I'll grab the fabric over there, which I should have brought over here. Oh, they're my good scissors. This is the fabric that I'm going to use for my quilt binding. So this would, actually now I can just show you what I was talking, I knocked over my project bag now. Basically, you would cut a 2.5-inch thing, 2.5-inch strip, and then you sew a bunch of them together. If you want to do it on the bias, you cut it diagonally on the bias, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it just straight across because I want to save time. And so this will be what gets sewn around the edges, just a little bit, you know, all the way around. So it's just this cute little ditzy floral that contrasts with the back, which I really like. I can show, I have a clip of them. I can show you. I love it. And I never actually finish the quilts. I only ever make quilt tops. So the fact that I'm actually completing something feels really good for me because again, I just like to make the tops. And I can't even remember the last time I made a top. I want to say it was probably in December during Vlogmas, I feel like. And so I was so in love with that, I started making another quilt top, and this specific pattern is called Flying Geese, where you make like 3 triangles and you make a strip. So hopefully you guys can kind of see it. It's very chaotic, very loud print, right? I have like a million of these cut out over there that I'm just trying to lay out. Woo! Ooh. There you go. I'm not really sure why they're called flying geese. If anybody actually knows the origin of why this block pattern is called flying geese, I think it's just because the triangles, and when you lay them all out, they look like a flock of geese. But I'm using jelly rolls. I have a bunch of these in my stash. So jelly rolls are the 2.5-inch strips like this. I am cutting out multiple 2.5-inch squares and larger 2.5 by 4.5-inch rectangles to make these. So this is the larger rectangle. These are my squares. You know, you trim it down. Trim it down so they look like this. Okay, so my goal for my flying geese, because I have quite a bit of the jelly rolls, is to attempt to make a queen size quilt with them. But you know, who knows? I have no idea. I'm not mathing. The math is, I'm not gonna do the mathing part of it, which I could do. I did write down what the general measurements of a queen size quilt would be to try and ballpark. Oh my goodness, they're doing road work somewhere and it's beeping. And if I don't start filming this now, we're never gonna get it done. But I'm just really excited to use this. I absolutely Love this. It's been sitting for so long and I'm really loving doing it to keep myself busy while we're dealing with all of the just waiting around in doctor news for my grandpa. I'm gonna just stick these back over. Oh my gosh, that noise is gonna drive me nuts. There's like 8 cars. I don't know if I should wait. I have all the windows on that side of the house closed, so hopefully it doesn't echo in too bad. And if you're listening with headphones, I apologize if you can hear it, but my neurospicy brain is about to go absolutely bonkers. Whew. Okay, it looks like the big truck left from the apartments next door. Show must go on. So while I picked up the fabric to finish my little throw crib size quilt, I also got myself a good girl treat because on, was it Friday? It had to have been Friday. I did something that I was pushing off for literally months. You know, that thing that takes 15 minutes that you push off literally for years. I literally pushed it off for years and I finally did it and I was like, oh, but you know, my anxiety had triggered me so hard that I couldn't do it for that long, and I finally did it and I'm so proud of myself. So I treated myself to use this fat quarter bundle, which is the Sweet and Spookier fabric, which is just like, can you guys see it? You can see the colors. I'm gonna do like, I guess a card shuffle kind of, I guess. We'll spread the layers so you can look at them. I don't want to take it out part yet. I mean, I probably will right after, but this is my favorite. It's upside down. These little hot pink vampire fangs that look like they're drawn in Bic pen. It's like all sorts of fun little witchy kitschy fabric. And I've been looking at this fabric for quite a while, so I was really happy when Valley Fabrics had it. They have all their really cute Halloween stuff. I was gonna get a giant skeleton cutout like panel to make a pillow out of, which I believe was in my my fabric haul. It's the one with the purple background. I talked about it last week. I popped the thumbnail up again. It's in that video, I believe. I need to find the perfect pattern. This one's just got like little people in it to do with this. I love it so much. But if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna send that out to quilt the top. The same with my big flying geese quilt that I put back over there, because as much as I can do the quilt tops, like actual quilting aspect of it, I'm just stitching in the ditch on the little one. So stitching in the ditch is like nothing, absolutely nothing special. It's literally stitching in where your seams are. But I want to make those fancy and pretty, so I'll send those out. I think Valley Fabrics does it. You can get them long-armed. They have the long-arm quilting machine. So that's my first whip in my acquisitions of that part. The other thing that I am working on, this is going to be a short episode, is this lovely top yet again. I'm almost done. I will show you where I was the last time I showed it to you. When I picked it up, there's little Sookie. Little Sookie Stackhouse hanging out here. She was right here under the arm split. I have since finished the body and one sleeve. Wow, you're looking very stripey on camera there, sweater. And I'm almost done with the decreases on this arm. So now that I've showed it, let's talk about what that is. This is a incredibly modified, or simplified, I guess, version of the My Favorite Adventure sweater by Dragon Horde Design. Tristan's sweater is absolutely amazing. So this is my original version, oh you wrinkly, where it is meant to be an advent knitting pattern, right? So it uses 24 minis and it uses less than the full skein. You can make, I believe, every size with a set of 24 minis and a main contrasting color. So this was my version. No, if you guys want to call me out, this is a feature. There were too many ends. Call me out, whatever It doesn't impair its wearability. Oh, I gotta wash you. You're stinky. You smell like my armpits. Talk to you like you're a living thing, why don't I? Anyways, it's a colorwork sweater, originally, right? It's an Advent sweater. My version, this version, is the first size, the smallest size, and I made it cropped because that's what I wanted. I don't want to put it on and mess up my hair. And the sleeves are an inverse to the body, but it's a 1x1 color. You can see it very well on this color, this green, which I believe, I can't remember what the name of this was. This was her Chilling Adventures of Sabrina 31 days. So I didn't end up using all of them, but I love, it's so dark, it's so moody, it's just full of ends. This is what the original pattern looks like. It's a raglan top down, by the way. But I'm not gonna give away more details than that. So obviously this looks very different. I just omitted all of the color work. This is in the size 3. Yeah, because I wanted to make it match and be the same size as if I was to wear one of Lev's sweaters, because I like the way those fit me for around the house. So I love the way it fits. And I followed this exactly formula-wise to the pattern, other than the color work. This is the pop punk. It's this. Pop punk sock. My brain could not do that right now. In the Rihanna colorway by Woolen Vinyl. I picked this up at Yarn Centric while I was in Maryland earlier this spring. Boy, itchy eye. I don't know. May, is that technically summer? Anyways, it's got these amazing little rainbow tweeds. Are you picking up? I can never tell if it picks up the full range of color or not, because you know I love a good tweed, and it's a fingering weight sweater. So again, I just can't wait to finish this. I will definitely have this done by the time I'm done editing. It will be lovely. I'm really excited to get it done and just have something that's functional. I find myself like going towards all the new and shiny projects that I love, and picking things and creating things that I don't necessarily gravitate towards. And my style has shifted so drastically in the past like year and a half that I'm really trying to up the functionality of my capsule wardrobe and the things that I'm making, because I am very much a process knitter and I really love the journey of getting there. But then I end up with so many things that I don't wear, and at this point I don't know what I'm gonna do with any of them. So I'm just trying to come up with things that I really want to wear. As much as I love knitting all the fun things, that's why I worked on, it's right here, which I still have to weave in the ends, this sweater for Aurora. I probably will end up knitting my darker version of this for a Rhinebeck sweater, of the Love Notes sweater, but I loved this yarn when I bought it, the bright pink, but I'm never gonna wear it. And I have so much one skeins for socks that I really needed to start just making things for my kids, even though they're gonna grow, and now they're not so much babies. I have this thing for the longest time that my kids grow out of everything before they actually wear it or appreciate it. And now that they're a little bit bigger, I'm able to just make them stuff and they appreciate it. Aurora loves that sweater. She's very excited to wear it. Again, that's her Rhinebeck sweater. I need to come up with my Rhinebeck sweater. I have no idea how I am going to top the Mostly Ghostly sweater by Megan, who's Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. I have no idea how I'm gonna top that sweater that I wore on Saturday on the Hill last year. So if anybody has an idea of like a really good sweater that fits my aesthetic that I should wear on the hill, comment it down below, because I am out of ideas. I've asked the Halfway to Haunts group and I love the sweaters that they're suggesting. I just don't, I want to make something that I'm gonna wear and not just like have it be a showpiece. Like that's why the dresses that I've been wearing and acquiring and getting for the weddings that I've been going to are dresses that I can dress down or wear or pair with other things, because as much as I love the, oh my gosh, don't touch my hair. As much as I love the opportunity to wear a beautiful dress, I'm also really trying to be conscious of what I bring in on my declutter journey, like not adding to it. And if it does, like, obviously there's certain places where you need a one-time wear dress, but my everyday life, and if I'm going and needing new things, it's just we live in a world where everybody's being influenced by so many things all the time that we don't need. I'm really struggling to find a balance somewhere in between with my making. And yeah, I need a Rhineback sweater, so I don't know what I should do. Maybe by next week I'll have an idea, but this is all I've been working on because sick babies and my knitting and my sewing. But if you didn't watch the previous episode, I will show you as I cake this up. I'm going to start this probably this afternoon, or as soon as that sleeve's done. Yeah, so probably this afternoon. This is my going to be whip. So for the Dryad tank, which is one of Dragon Horde designs coming out very soon. It is a beautiful, I don't want to call it a racerback. It's a tank top, right? And it's one of the ones, I don't know what the style of this, where it goes closer. So it's not a square neck like the top I'm wearing, but it goes that way, whatever that is. And it ties around the front. So it's kind of like I guess a smock kind of style. No, because smock has got the rouging in it. I don't know, like an apron kind of. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can go over on Tristan's Instagram page and see it. I'm going to do the version with a bow tie back, so I need to use this mini. This is Tristan's yarn. I'm sitting on this on my stash, so it's about time to get used. This is Use Our Powers of Anxiety for Good. I felt it was a very fitting colorway. So this is its little contrast. Oh, I just saw the gleam of the sparkle. This will be my bow, which will, you know, you won't see it from the front, but it's kind of like Marie from Aristocat's little bow. And this is the main color, which I caked up last night because I thought I was gonna get my sweater done by today. And it's got some really fun pop colors in it. It's gonna be lovely. And I'm in a blue phase right now. If anybody's seen any of the things I've been wearing, blue and black, it's going for me. Yeah, and this teal, I can't wait to get that done. Is that it? Is that everything I have to talk about today? Oh, life stuff. I was gonna do a little segment on life stuff because like I said, my aunt's 50th wedding. My aunt's 50th birthday, I did film, but I don't have a lot of it. I was very in the moment. It was another event where they're like, there's Megan, get her cameras, and get her to get some photos. So I was running around with a Polaroid camera and phones and taking pictures of all of the stuff so it's documented, not taking my own photos or any of the things that I needed.
Toilet paper.
I can get more toilet paper in a second. Okay. And so while I was doing that, I was trying to be social and see cousins and friends that I haven't seen in quite a while, because being that it was her 50th, she had this sort of like mini festival in the woods. I think I posted some pictures. I didn't really show much of it. It was in the woods. They camped out. They had fire spinners. If I have some clips, I'll make sure to like put it in around this, or maybe I'll just put it in after this. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Just because, like, so there was fire spinners and like this gyrosphere, you know, you see my kids loved that, the adults loved that. And instead of like the traditional black and gold. She did, oh my gosh, itchy snack, rose gold and black, so everything was like pink too. It was very fun. There was lots of cupcakes, lots of catering. The fridge was actually completely and utterly full of leftovers because she got enough food for 100 people from the caterers, and we could have gone with half of it. I don't know how much they think people are gonna actually eat. Hi, if you're new here, I'm a foodie. I like to talk about food when I'm not talking about my craft projects, but like holy crap, there was so much. And we had to bring over all of our lawn furniture. We have a bunch of like wicker chairs and extra stuff. We had to bring our grill over for grilling while everybody was camping. And then we had to go and pick it up on this weekend, a week later, after it dried out as much as possible from the rain. So like all of those things, just, it took away from my weekend vlogs and vlogging because it was just, the kids were sick, getting things done. But it was overall a really great time. My aunt is, I guess her group are like what you would consider elder ravers. They were like big in the club scene in the 90s and stuff. So they're very fun and all eccentric. There's some kooky people and I love seeing them, and it's just really fun to be part of it. Not so much party monsters, you know, with Jane St. James and that, but almost, you know, almost, but they're 50. Anyway, so that would be the first thing that I didn't film that I had stuff from. So that was an all-day event, not to count the fact that I was cooking food. Like, it was very big on having food that was accommodating for all types of like dietary. So me and my mom made a lot of gluten-free and vegan food for people, other than the meats which were brought in by pans by a catering company. We have enough stuff in the house for literally theming an entire event. It's no surprise to anybody there. We have ample things. I could do a party planning service and bring stuff. We like to collect things, and a lot of the time they show up as random props and flat lays, even though I haven't done any of those lately. So this Saturday was my uncle's wedding, which, like I said, I didn't film any of that. They asked to only take discreet photos, that they didn't want a lot of photos being taken of the ceremony and stuff. So obviously I was trying very hard to get photos of my dad, who is the best man, and my cousins, who I haven't seen in quite some time also. But that was amazing. Everybody looked so lovely. Lori's dress was beautiful and stunning, and my uncle's suit was a tailored suit, and you can tell, guys, you can tell I'm a huge, I keep saying this, I'm a bougie snob when it comes to the quality of things, and I say that as I'm buying Amazon crap left and right, but you can tell the difference between something that you get at Macy's and something that is custom fit for yourself. Needless to say, everybody looked great. They had this really, it was right after they did their exchanging of rings. They gave gold chains to all 3 of the boys as they were part of it, and I say, oh, boys, I mean, these are grown-ass adult men. they're boys. I grew up with my cousin being like Ryden's age. They lived with us for a little while. Well, Trevor and my uncle lived with us. This was way back, forever ago, when Trevor was like 7 or something. So Trevor is always like this little kid, and meanwhile when we're hanging out, he's 22 now, and he's like, Megan, let's do some shots. And I was like, you're an adult, you can do that? He's like, let's do that. I was like, don't push me. And I was like, don't start her. Because there's one thing I'm good at, and there's one thing I can do, and that's doing a bunch of shots for show. We didn't end up doing that, needless to say. We did not. But that was still fun. I also got to see my cousin Greg for a while. I haven't seen him since Aurora was born, which was really weird. Got to meet his fiance, hang out with her. We're now best friends. You meet another Disney adult, if as a Disney adult, who dances the whole time with you. You can't see the hand, and you're immediately best friends, okay? That's all it takes. If you talk Disney to me and you talk about Disney food, we're best friends. So take this as your note. If you need a cue card or anything, there. You got me. Just right there. We're now best friends. And that is everything. Oh, we worked on the lawn. I did a lot of lawn work. You can't tell. Maybe you can. I got burnt here and here. Doesn't look it, but I did because we were pulling up weeds all over the yard. Me and Lev on Sunday. Because I told him if he was gonna complain about having a man cold, at least focus on doing some lawn work that I can't do. And our lawn is huge and I didn't want to deal with the lawnmower or the weed whacker. I'll pull weeds out of the brick walkway and around the flower beds, which I'd been pushing off, but that's everything that I didn't film. I gotta get back. I should be able to get back into doing vlogging now that we're not going, cleaning up, planning parties, planning to go to events. I think I'm finally done with the month of July that I took off from halfway to haunts. I still haven't really talked to you guys about what's going on with my grandpa, so I don't know, maybe we'll do that at the end of the, I don't know. I want to do a new, which reminds me that I want to do a new sort of video. I want to do a Q&A like wrap up for the end of the month. So if you've got an Ask Me Anything question, leave it down below and I'll answer it. I also had a bubble, I don't know if it will still be up by the time this video goes up, on Instagram for an Ask Me Anything. As always, Dallas asking me the most elaborate thing. I'm gonna have to actually think about that one because I don't like to normally think about my questions before I answer them, like an interview style. So that will be fun. And I thought it would be entertaining and just change things up for us a little bit. And I will hope you guys watched all of this. I hope you guys are enjoying the double videos twice a week. I'm enjoying putting them out for you guys. So I'll see you guys later this week. I think it's going to be a summary of my favorite videos, my favorite books that I've read so far this year, because I've read quite a few books. Honestly, it's a small number for me, but I would like it to be higher, but I've only got a couple 5-star reads this year so far, and we're in July, we're halfway through the year, so I might as well talk about what my favorite books are. And again, if you're new here and you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up, you are subscribed, and you hit the notification bells, because sometimes these videos go up at really random times. And I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.